I'll start streaming the screen for you so you can see, and then
Okay.
I guess set up on the other stream too here. I think it's gonna work. There we go. It works. Awesome.
Cool.
Okay, so without any further ado, let's get going. Ty, is it?
Yes.
Ty? Awesome.
Yeah, you can just call me Tyler, but Ty works for sure, yeah.
Okay, Tyler. How long have you
Yes.
been playing Valorant for?
So like I started like in the beta, but like I quit for like around a year, and I really only like really started like probably in like early 2021, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's generally my timeline with Valorant.
Okay, so kind of similar to me actually.
Okay.
I played a lot in beta as well. Um, I started playing with a guy named Coach Trippy. Familiar with him?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Wait, is he the phase guy or?
Yeah. Phase coach.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I've known him since he was probably 13 or 12 or something like that. We played in a lot of free to play games together and
Wow.
competed in a lot of different games and whatnot. So he and I started playing at the same time. We were playing with Baby Bay and a bunch of other guys. Aaron, we played against them a couple times.
Oh wow.
And yeah, that was my beta experience. I hated
That's
rank,
awesome.
absolutely fucking hate rank. I love scrims. Um,
hmm
so yeah, so I started around the same time as you, so that's cool. And you took a little
That's
break.
awesome.
Why'd you take the break?
Uh, I don't know. Like, I guess like life just kind of got in the way, like school stuff. It was like around like my second year of university, I think, like or like the end to like the beginning of my first and second year university. So adjusting to like the new environment, a lot of stuff happening. So yeah, I just didn't have the time.
Cool. And now you're back on and committed to playing, or what's the goal for you with Valorant?
So basically like I played a lot for like the past few months, and like I've been taking like small like sporadic breaks here and there just because I've also been pretty busy with like other stuff that's coming up, like in my life. But after everything clears up, I am trying to kind of grind the game again. I peaked Immortal like in episode 3, but I want to grind higher. I don't know if I can hit Radiant, but I think I do want to make a push for like high Immortal and stuff like that. Yeah, I placed Diamond this act, and I think I could probably go higher if I put my mind to it.
I think you definitely can get Radiant. Like, there's no question in my mind you can get Radiant. You have all the groundwork skills. I think you make very small, minuscule mistakes that can easily be fixed. And I think there's a layer to this that I'm going to challenge you to get even better in. And a
Okay.
lot of it comes from the projections and the thought processes that you need to have in your head.
Okay.
And something as simple as just looking at your mini map is like the first thing that I saw as being an opportunity for you. And I think part of it might just be rust of not playing it for a long time,
hmm
um, just based on what you told me there. It makes it a little bit more clearly because I think you're thinking too much right now,
Okay.
and I'm gonna require you to think even more, which is probably gonna downgrade your rank for a little bit. But
Okay.
once it becomes second nature to you, this layer of thinking becomes subconscious, and then you won't even have to worry about it anymore. It's just like a natural thing that you just run through, and people are
All
gonna be
right.
like, "Oh fuck!" When you're streaming, you're gonna be like dropping all these frags. It's like, how do you do that? Is it all your aim? Like he's like, no, it's because I knew he was gonna be there, right? So it's
Uh-huh.
about setting yourself up for those good habits. Um, so we're gonna be challenging you quite a bit. A lot of these things that I will say to you today in this VOD review may
Yeah.
seem like it's 2020 hindsight. I promise you, I predicted everything that you had that happens right on this one. So if I
Okay.
can do it, you can do it too. 100%.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Sounds good.
So the top 5 things that I saw were an opportunity for you was your rear and side view mirror. This is what I call the driving protocol. This is something that I teach my young students in terms young students rank students
hmm
um, right away. If you can start nailing this down, you should excel even further. I would say you're at this rank because you have a lot of really good raw mechanical skill, which a lot of silver and gold players don't have. So
hmm
that's what's carried you along. So if you can get this part down, you're just going to excel even further beyond that. So you got a lot of great things going on for you with that.
Okay.
So I'm going to explain that protocol to you as we go along. Keeping the enemy in front of you. This is on your defense side. I noticed that's an issue. That's
hmm
another protocol that I always have. So you know you're out of position when the enemy can come to your left or your right and you're flicking around. right? You
Okay.
always want to keep them in front of you. That's typically when you know you need to back up. Usually the answer is backing up or it's committing to a certain fight. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to learn about advantaged versus disadvantaged fights. This is a big one, right? And we don't instantly identify these things right away until we're told, hey, this is something that was not right. We probably shouldn't have done it. An example of this would be the the TikTok clip I posted about you're peaking this badly. Here's how you fix this peak. That's one where you're speaking B long. Did you see that one? Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's some people, I just want to clarify that for anyone who's watching right now. I think we got 6 viewers, but for anyone who's watching right now, for that particular video, it was a bad peak because a person knew that they had saved an op from the round prior. So there was a complete reckless peak on his part, and that's why I started identifying this as a bad peak, right? So it's based on the information that you have. So advantage versus disadvantage peaks. Sometimes the peak that you're taking is going to have more of an advantage, some are going to be a disadvantage. And identifying how to even that fight out for yourself is going to be the key to winning more gunfights altogether, right?
Okay.
So we'll talk about that. Your pre-round routine. This is a very, very important one. I've touched on this a couple of times in TikTok clips. So there's some ideas for it already out there. But getting yourself set up at least 10 seconds prior to the round with a plan of action, how you're going to do it, and then visualization. Sometimes when I'm playing, I will literally close my eyes and visualize myself strafing out and shooting a person's head, knowing that they're going to be there, or visualizing that they're probably going to be there, and just executing that over and over and over again. So I would say 10 seconds prior to that round start, whatever you've done before, like you're chatting, you're having fun, all that good stuff, now it's go time. It's lock in. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm trying to achieve. Okay?
Okay.
And then the last one, which is going to be an important one for your rank and moving yourself up and becoming a better teammate, is macro and team reads. Okay. So the macro concepts, we're going to be looking at a lot of economy things. Like we're going to be looking at how people are rotating, tendencies that we're seeing people play in positions, different things like that. It's going to be a very, very wide spectrum of stuff. So I'm really looking forward to it. That being said, I just loaded you up with a whole bunch of shit. What are the things you want to work on?
So honestly, like probably like really similar stuff. I think like obviously like without like repeating everything you just told me, I think like one of my biggest issues that I think kind of aligns with what you just said is just like having a good understanding of like my like micro like positioning as well as like my timings and stuff. So obviously in this VOD you'll probably see that like I have a lot of situations where I don't really make decisions as quickly as I would like, and I sometimes get caught out of position very often. I try
Mhm.
to make certain plays that might not be the best play at the time of making that decision. So maybe I'll also get like caught off like that. So I just like generally want to improve my ability to make the right decisions to get in those correct positions at the right times. I think like that's like my general goal.
Okay. So you're describing the mental projection. This is another protocol that I have. I have about like 200 protocols that I've developed over 16 years of competing in these games. So
Yeah.
you're talking about the mental projection. We're going to be talking about that specifically on the round where the chamber shoots you from orange,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
You know exactly what we're talking about.
I
So
know
we're
exactly
gonna,
what you're talking about.
we're going to go over that round, and that's literally just having in your head. And I think this is also going to be in combination with your radar, looking at your mini map, right? But having in your head a timer of where people could be moving from, right? So in that particular situation, we're going to look at it. He kills your teammate, I think it's your jet, in kitchen. So in your head, if you count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4, okay, that's where he could be. He could be in this threatening position. So if I'm going to move up on that spot, I'm going to probably get shot in the head, right? Or there's a chance he can peek out on me. And I know what you were thinking there. It was a really good move. You just needed to be there 5 seconds earlier. Okay, so we're going to go over that. We'll go over that.
Sounds good.
This first round, I love. This is some high tier shit. You're communicating with your team. You're keeping it positive, keeping it light. It's all really, really good stuff. The issue is that we talk about that 10-second timer before the round starts. We need to make sure we're locked in and know what it is that we're trying to do. Okay.
Okay.
So you're making some jokes. You're getting people, you know, in the positive mindset. Very, very good thing to do for sure. Just want to make sure that we want to visualize what it is that we want to do, because if we watch how this first round goes, we're moving around quite a bit, and it's kind of undirected, unguided, and no one steps up and says, here, this is what we're going to do, so you're not really sure what you want to do. So without anyone saying anything, I would say your first step is to run to the portal where you want to work. Unless someone says something differently, or an IGL steps up and says something in your ranked match. This is Diamond, by the way, right?
This game was low immortal and then high ascendant. Like at least like in the post match, that seemed like what it was, but I don't quite remember.
Okay, so your first step is to run to the portal where you want to go. You then, in this is the protocol that I always go. Run to the portal. While I'm doing that, I'm holding my tab key. I want to see how much money the other team has, all that good stuff. Obviously, it's pistol round, right?
Yep.
But I want to assess my threats, assess what alts are coming up, what money they have, all that stuff. I don't care about KDA. I don't care about any of that shit. I just want to see what they have. How close are they to those alts? Are they going to be fighting for an orb this round? Are they going to be doing this, that, and the other, right? Yeah. And from there, I'm forming up a fight plan, because in ranked, it's 5 individual players. Sometimes you will find someone who's going to group everyone up and you're all going to get together and do something together, but it's rare. It's far and few in between. So we need to basically focus on what do I want to do and form a fight plan for that. Okay?
Okay. Okay, wait, seriously, what are we doing?
We'll win. We're just gonna win. Just try winning. Really.
All right. I'll try to win.
We're going to be talking a little bit about crosshair placement. So see how you're moving back and forth right now? We're not really sure what to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is an issue that can affect your affect a lot of things, actually, because you might be taking a fight that you're not prepared for, right? Someone could be running through mid and you're like pulling out your gun, and then all of a sudden, oh shit, boom, he peeks out into me right through the smoke, right? So little things like that, we want to be limiting those potential issue points. Okay? So that being said, we're going to start looking at this point right here. So where are your eyes in this moment? Do you remember this?
So I guess my eyes were looking just like towards like mid, and like when I say mid, like towards like the boiler area.
Okay.
And then yeah, that's what I was kind of holding for.
Okay. The information that we have right now, okay, there's actually a ton of information that we have just from looking at our mini map. What do we know about the enemy position right now?
We know Chambers playing yellow. And that's about it.
Is that it?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
KO through a knife.
Actually, KO through a knife, yeah. So he's probably playing either. I think he's probably playing boiler, right?
Boiler, potentially. You didn't see a knife, so if we go back, we didn't see a knife get thrown from mid. This is all like it's crazy. These first two rounds, within 3 seconds, you learn so much about how they're going to play. And this is why it's so important, the pre-round routine, to have that set up so that you're ready to take in the information that's being told to you. Okay?
Okay. Try winning, really.
And this is the difference between getting from Ascendant to Radiant. Literally. This small 3-second window here. Okay, watch this. No knife was thrown, right? We would have seen it.
Yeah, you're right.
So where'd that knife come from?
It could come from yellow. We get some weird lineup from kitchen, but probably yellow.
most likely yellow. We're gonna make that assumption. So right away, at this point, what do you think, or what is your assumption for what their placement is going to be on the map? What do you think?
So I'm thinking that so Chamber on the yellow. I think KO's probably playing like yellow with him.
Yep.
Chamber probably has a trip in kitchen.
Okay.
And they probably have someone playing boiler because they have a trip in kitchen.
Cool. And what about the other two?
The other two, I'm assuming they're probably playing A.
Beautiful. Right off this hop, we're going to make a educated assumption that is a 2-1-2. Knowing that information, a top tier team will say, hey, we should probably hit mid right now. Mm-hmm. If we group up and hit mid with you 4 right here, we're forcing a 4v1. Okay?
Okay.
So that's just one thing that you can think about. Right?
Okay.
We just got more information in the span of 1 second.
Oh yeah, we saw someone was playing kitchen.
He's kitchen now
Yeah.
because that was the chamber that just teleported.
Yeah.
Okay? Pretty cool, right? So
Okay.
now we have this positioning down, so we know where they're going to be. Okay?
All right.
Here is the mental projection. Knowing this information, because we could totally have our eyes on the minimap right now, there's no threat, but knowing this information right now, if we just look up side view mirror, rear view mirror, kind of like you're driving. So you drive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you're driving, do you just look straight ahead or do you look around your mirrors? Do you check for information? Are you checking for all these different things? What do you do?
Yeah. You have to kind of like check for information like around you for sure.
100%. So we just got major information here, right?
Okay.
I guarantee you there's no one pushing down 2 because he's here, right? This is his job. Probably one boiler or middle, 2 on A, and you have your KO right over here. And literally look at that, 6 seconds. And you know they're set up already. 6 seconds. That's all you needed. Okay?
I see.
So if you run through this smoke, where are the chances? Where are you going to be running into a chamber here?
Where am I gonna be running to a chamber? If I run up, let me think. Obviously, if I run up 2, we'll probably meet him. If I run under mid, I'll probably be meeting him like somewhere on top, like on like the connector thing between like the tower and like the kitchen area. The hallway.
Right. And the nest
Yeah.
on top of the B?
Yeah, the nest. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And then a potential that he could be on the drop into orange as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's watch your crosshair placement. Good Lear. That is revealed as a 2v2-1-2. Just the shots that you heard there. There's someone with a ghost on top there.
Okay.
You could be dead.
Right.
Okay. If we go back. Okay, he teleports in. Let's watch this. He teleports in. We're going to do a little second in our head. If we could get this information in. 1,
Oh yeah, he teleports.
2, 3, 4. In 4 seconds, how far could you travel? Approximately right here. Look. See that knee there?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
See that knee there? Okay.
Yeah.
So your pathing and your crosshair placement needs to be better for this potential fight. And once you clear that fight out, where's your crosshair going to go? Right against this wall right here.
Yes.
And you're going to peek straight on that.
Okay.
Okay. You're not ready for this fight.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
Can someone get this jet a map? Let's watch that again. Like this is just
Yeah.
like your infraction was small in compared to Jet's infraction here. Look at this.
Okay.
Like I don't know if you can hear this, guys, but he fires off. You fire off half your clip.
Yeah.
And this jet's just like, fuck it, I'm going after the free frag on the other jet over here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my back to you. He deserves that frag. I guarantee you this guy's probably like, oh, my team didn't tell me that they're gonna be orange. No, that's his fault.
Yeah.
Right? That's his fault.
Yeah.
You didn't call numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see the impact of the crosshair placement there?
Yes,
You understand
yes,
that?
100%. Like any other person, like I could just die there for sure.
Behind.
Yeah, it's literally you're good. It's lucky that he sucks. This is tens, you're dead.
Yeah.
Right? If it's Shroud, you're dead. Always assume that you're playing against Shroud and tens, or you're playing against an aimbot. If you're playing against an aimbot, then you should be getting punished by that.
Okay.
It's really hard to identify that if you're not looking at the minimap when you're rotating.
Okay.
Let's go.
You're right.
We won. We tried winning.
Yeah, that's what we
tried
do,
winning.
honestly. That's just what we do.
Okay. So,
I'm gonna tell you guys.
we learned a ton in that last round.
We'll win.
And in 3 seconds, I can tell you exactly where everyone's going to be on this round. Okay? I'm going to quickly just talk about this because we have some lower ranks in the chat right now.
Winning every round.
Okay.
We'll win.
I want you to listen. I know that you're trolling, so I know that you're not going to do this, but
Okay.
never ever, guys,
That's why I'm gonna
ever buy a Vandal on the second round. Never do it. Never do it. I have lost lands doing this, right? The reason why this is bad is if Tyler were to die here, okay, and he gives up that Vandal, all of a sudden, they now have an advantage, a massive advantage against all of these weak guns that we're about to buy, right? So if you were to take an aggressive posture and die, it's like all of a sudden the round percentages and the statistics on who's going to win that round shifts dramatically, right? The other thing too is that if we end up losing this round and they save that Vandal, economically they're doing really good, right? It's a whole shift. You'll see the effect of this later on in the game. It really affects the economy so much. So we have to be very careful with our buys on our bonus round. And I know that you were just trolling, so
Yeah.
so it's all good. Is there anything wrong with buying a Vandal and playing back or more passively if you do? Okay, that's a great question. I don't know if you can see my chat at all. Fantastic question. There is a time and a place where you can buy a Vandal. Let's say, for example, you're playing in a very, very long range map. Okay, that could be okay. That could be acceptable, right? There might be better buys, like maybe a Guardian or maybe a
Like
Bulldog.
a bulldog is really
or
good
Bulldog.
there, right?
Would be a better option because it's a more safer buy at that point. You're not fully invested, but you could get away with a Vandal buy. It is possible, right? You're playing further back. You need to think in your head though, like what fights am I going to be taking? In Icebox, you're doing a lot of close range fights, so I would say that your chances of having a successful Vandal in the second round is very, very low. Good question. Okay, 3 seconds. I want to see the exact time. Okay, so 3:52 is when I'm going to pause. I want you to watch this. Okay. What do we know?
Wait, so wait, hold on. Can you replay that?
Okay.
I wasn't. My head wasn't in the game. 1 sec.
Okay. In
Alright,
this
alright, I'm
point,
watching.
here's where your eyes need to be. Okay.
Okay.
Your eyes need to be on your mini map right now, and the reason why is because you are not under threat of a fight in the beginning of the round. There's no reason for you to be looking towards the center of your screen or your cross or anything like that. You should be looking strictly at the mini map.
Yeah.
This shocks me. Actually, this round is so poorly played on the defensive side. It's just like ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
And we're in
I don't remember what
Immortal.
happened, but yeah.
we're in Immortal right here. Okay, this is rough. Okay,
Yeah.
so in 3 seconds, I already know where everyone is. Watch this.
Okay.
Watch it again. Watch your mini map.
All right, so we know where Reyna is, we know where KO is, and we know where Jet is.
You guys are about to run into a stack. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are about to run into a 4-person stack. Actually,
You're
it's
right.
a 4-person
You're
stack.
right. Oh,
Okay.
You're right.
In 3 seconds. Look at it. 4 seconds. 4 seconds. We know where 3 people are for sure.
Yeah.
The instantaneous calm you should be is 4-3-A. Let's fucking take B. This is an easy
Yeah.
win, right?
Yeah,
this is an
you're right.
easy fucking win right here. Okay. Now
Okay.
this could go so wrong so fast because this is exactly what they want on an eco round. They're doing something called the bare ass minimum. They might not even title it like that. They're just thinking about it instantaneously. But on an eco round, they're going to be doing stacks. They're going to be doing aggressive plays, different things like that. So they want to be able to get kills on you guys. It's all about damaging your economy. They don't necessarily have to win the round, right? But if they can get 2 or 3 kills on you, that's still a victory on their part, right?
Right.
So a good team is going to make plays, sacrifices, baits, and switches to get you to go into places you should not be, right?
Okay.
The reason why this is so poorly played on their side is within 4 seconds, they've already given up their stack. They've already given it up, right? They
Right.
should be hiding.
By winning.
You're right. I think
Right.
I was like on TikTok or something. I don't know what I'm doing. All right.
You're on TikTok before the round?
I think I might have. I don't remember. I don't know why I'm moving like that at the very beginning.
So another fun fact for you is something that another coach would probably not give to you is that as soon as you look at your phone, there's an actual statistic. I can't remember the exact statistic, but once you look at your phone, you are distracted for approximately 40 minutes after that. I think it's something like that, something stupid.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah, your brain can't refocus properly. So
I see.
when you are playing a comp game, you should be like fully engaged, blinders on, just focusing on this. As soon as your brain gets distracted, you're never going to have that 100% focus that you had prior to it, right? So we want to make sure that you're just keeping the phone away from you. I usually will tell my girlfriend before, I'm like, hey, I'm hopping into a game. I won't be able to contact you for about an hour, give or take. And that's when I would respond to her afterwards, and then I'll get refocused and play again, right? So she's well aware of that. Anyone that you're trying to talk to, anything like that, keep the phone away from you. The phone is a devil, okay? Move on.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much for the follow. I can't see who it is. Hang on a second. It is Aggressive Act. Thank you so much for coming by. Aggressive, appreciate you. I love you more than life. I love that. Okay, so hang on. I missed a couple of things here. 412. Yeah, we're running into a stack. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's go back even more. If we're watching the minimap again, this one I don't knock you for, okay, because you're in the middle of like gunfights and stuff like that. You might miss it, but your chamber has a role on this team, and that chamber should be calling this out. Watch the trip.
Oh yeah.
We know where the last two are.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
sorry, Reyna. I love you more than life.
Okay. And the crazy thing is that no one pays any attention to that.
Right.
No one has any fucking clue that Viper is flanking right now.
Yeah, right.
Plant a bomb, baby girl.
And once again, I don't knock you, but I guarantee you, had you known that, you wouldn't be looking here right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I didn't know at all, actually. Wow.
And the other thing that's going to happen is you probably wouldn't jump up like this because there's a potential that Viper could be there. By the way, this is Shroud, this is Tens, and you just got headshotted.
Okay.
Right? This is called Christmas. We want to limit our Christmas gifts, okay? We don't want to be Santa Claus in this game. We don't want to be nice to people. We don't want to give them gifts. We want to make it very difficult for them, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So that could have been death. Go ahead.
Yeah, so what I'm hearing is it's my team's fault, you know what I mean? Like that I'm not
in this case, it is Chambers' responsibility to be watching and listening for his trip. He would have heard trip broken, right?
Yeah.
He could identify that for sure. That being said, there's still a responsibility on your side to take the information in and know, hey, look, something red just popped up on my screen. Funny story, red is an easier color for your mind and your eyes to react to. So there's still an ownership on your part.
Gotcha.
You're actually statistically supposed to be higher reactive to red than any other color. Okay. This round's pretty much, that's it. This round right here, someone messes up their buy. I think it's a Jet. Messes up their buy in the last round. So he forced or something like that, something silly.
Yeah, probably got a Marshall, I think, yeah.
So this is actually a really, really good thing for us right now because we're bonusing this round, all right? We know if we do a threat assessment, there's going to be 4 Vandals. Okay, 4 Vandals, full armor. But we're going to have one guy who's weak. And we want to try to, in these kinds of rounds, if we're pressing our tab, you're like, oh, there's one guy who's weak. Let's try to find that guy and attack him, abuse him. Because this could lead to an easy round win, or it could lead to easy frags. We are now in our bonus round. So we want to establish in our own mind a bare-ass minimum. A bare-ass minimum is important to keeping your positive energy and your flow moving in the right direction because these rounds are very easy to lose and we don't want to start snowballing down the other direction, right? We don't want this to be a negative round. We want it to be positive. We want small victories, okay?
Yeah.
So in this case, we want to figure out with our team, hey guys, I just want to focus on getting 2 to 3 kills here. If we can do that, that'd be fantastic, right? So everyone changes their mindset all of a sudden. Let's go for the round win next round. If we win this one, it's a bonus. That's amazing. But let's just focus on 2 to 3 kills with a bomb down. That would be great, right? So that changes the mentality of how you want to take these fights and these rounds, right? Because now you're just going to throw yourself in the way of shots to help your team get an easy kill. You might play a different way to be able to just get a cheeky kill here and there. It's all about affecting their economy, and it's about the long term of the game and how it evolves. Okay.
Okay.
So our key here: identify the weakness and attack it with superior numbers. Let's watch our mini-map for a second, because we have that ability now.
Okay, so KO's still playing yellow, Jet is playing kitchen, or like orange.
Beautiful. We're on basically an eco. Think about it like that. What do you want to do?
So obviously, since we see Jet here, it'll probably be smarter for us to push mid. So do like the Viper smoke at the beginning, and then push the guy with like the low buy.
Do our pistol round and abuse the shit out of that Jet, right? We might be able to get a kill on him without any damage because he's out of position, and we'll also be able to get the bomb down most likely. Okay. More information.
Yeah.
There's no more dash. That's
right.
his main defensive move, right? Like, it's crazy how much information you can get from this thing. I could challenge you to play an unrated game where you maintain your crosshair at head level, and I just want you to look at your minimap and just play for your minimap. See if you can do it.
Oh, okay.
That would be like a challenge. That'd be like a stream challenge. A streamer challenge.
Once let me cross towards A site.
Okay, so we can all get together and just fight this guy orange, right? That's a huge kill. This is a massive frag, right?
Yeah, and it seems like he had a Vandal actually, so he had like Vandal Light Shield or something.
He had Guardian.
He had
a Guardian.
Oh, okay, Guardian.
Yeah,
okay.
you can hear it, right?
Once let me cross towards
Pow. Yeah, it's a massive freaking kill.
Nice, good kill. That's good.
Yeah.
Now, this is important as well, because we're going to start talking about the psychology of the game, right?
Yeah.
This guy is bottom fragging right now, and he just got destroyed by a Viper with a gun that is not good at long range. How is he feeling right now?
He's probably pretty tilted.
He's fucking tilted, man. He's tilting, right? So you can expect for the rest of this game that he's going to do some stupid fucking shit to try to get some frags, right?
Yeah, you're right.
If you watch my TikTok about frags don't matter, this guy here, Coletti, he is about to describe and show exactly what you are not supposed to do, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I promise you that. Right? We will see it. We will see it.
Yeah.
Yellow's yellow.
Wait, we have
You
A.
guys have A.
We have A.
You have A.
So we get comms that it's. And then our guy dies A.
If I go back a little bit, sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries.
Sometimes I just go off the haywire when it comes to the actual lesson plan.
No worries.
Okay. KO's on B. I believe there's a point in time where we see Reyna and KO are on B. So we have 2 on B. Okay. Most likely 1 mid and 1 A. That's where I put my my information basically. So at this point, knowing what we know, we should all pile up and go towards A.
Let's go B.
And
Okay.
so
right.
you actually call let's go B here. Reyna's is spotted,
Yeah.
KO's here. Okay.
Yeah.
2. And then most likely a Viper and then Chamber in middle.
Okay, got you. Yeah, I mainly just saw because like I thought we got to pick on B, so I thought we had maybe numbers, so I made the comm, but yeah, I guess like that wasn't the right call.
You made that comm prior to Reyna. As soon as you saw Reyna, you're like, oh, we can go A. Right?
Yeah. Okay, you're right. You're right. Actually.
It's 2 more on B.
At this point, committing to this is not a big deal, right? Once again, our bare ass minimum, let's try to get 3. Try to get 3 kills here,
Yellow's yellow.
right?
Yeah.
We have A.
You guys have A.
There's KO.
Hey, you have A.
Chambers about to fight Reyna. Boom, there's 2 kills. This is huge. This is huge.
Yeah.
And we have KO caught out in the open here. We can push with our Chamber, put our backs towards Snowman. We'll probably get fragged, but if we get the KO down, that's 3 down. That's huge, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter
right.
if we die. I don't know what happens here. It's one of those things where I felt like if I got his POV, I would probably cringe. Watch how long he sees him here. Watch this.
I guess we have B.
Wow.
No.
He fucking
realized.
threw, man. There's
Oh,
no
no.
way he didn't get this
my
kill.
God. Yeah, that would have been huge.
He
That would've been huge.
threw. He threw, man. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't even want to look at it. I'm scared to look at it. But he looked at him for like
Yeah.
3 seconds. Like
Yeah.
your time to kill in this game should be like sub 1 second.
Yeah.
So he
that's
was looking at
rough.
him for like 4.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, I could hear him. Yeah, he's like, oh my god.
We all know. We all know. I like watching. I remember watching. I'm like, oh, what are you doing, Chad? No, no. Like
That's pretty funny. Yeah.
he's beating himself up for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So Jet through there. There's one on yellow. Chambers probably close to Snowman or Kitchen by now with his rotate because he saw a bunch of people running up. So he would have been moving over here. Okay.
Okay.
Where are we going? 3, 2, okay. Okay, so
Still yellow.
let's move on. Good kill.
Yeah.
Good kill. So you put your back to the snowman, taking that good risk. It might not have been in your mind in the first place, but he could either be orange right now or he could be snowman. So you took the
Right.
risk, took the fight, and you got the kill. They've only got 2 up right now. A really, really big win would be to get that Viper roll out, but you're probably not gonna. It's probably not gonna happen, right?
Also, I probably could have like pushed way faster, right? Like since I knew KO was there, I feel like maybe if I push faster, my teammate lives there.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the end result is okay, right?
Okay.
You know, it's kind of like you're digging through a pile of diamonds trying to find a piece of shit, right? You don't really need
Yeah.
to do that.
Okay.
Right? So so
Gotcha.
I would just accept it for what it is, right? And just take the information and hey, Jet just got killed from Viper there. Viper's probably rotating right now, and the Chamber's either going to fight me here on, by the way, your knife's out right now, on this angle that you
Yeah.
could be dead at right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Or orange.
Oh
that.
yeah, there it is.
Okay.
It's Shroud. It's tens.
It's round. So yeah. It was clean, but it was such an easy kill for him because you strafed into his crosshair, right? There was
Yeah.
only one angle you could have been at. He knows that you're going to be from yellow, right? So it was an easy
right.
fight for him. Okay.
Okay.
And that's where we start talking about advantage versus disadvantage fights. Like he scoped in, long range, ready to catch you on his crosshair, right?
Okay.
We're going to have a better example of that later on. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so it's actually an even round here. But they're on a shitty buy. 2 of them can buy for their teammates. So one of them has to save. We technically have one person who is saving as well. So they're going to do a force buy. So Coletti's going to do a force buy here. And I can't remember this round exactly, but Coletti's Coletti is tilting right now. So
Yeah,
let's see how he plays. He's probably going to play a little bit aggressive. I didn't look into it. Okay. 7-13, we will learn about their setup. There's 1A for sure. He broke the knife.
Yeah.
That could be the one.
Jet is there. Reyna's there. 3.
2. Yep, 3. 3 on A.
3.
Boom.
Yeah.
3 on A. Beautiful. Okay. And I was looking when I went to 7-13. I thought minimum 2-1-2, so I wasn't even looking at that. Okay, there's 3 on A. We know that for sure. Okay, so now that you're able to identify these things, you're probably going to make better decisions going forward. This is a very easy fix for you, right?
Yeah.
And it's a role for you really is just filling that in and just letting people know, hey, I see 3A. Do we go B? Question mark.
Yeah.
You'll win a whole lot more games just doing that. Okay, let me go back a bit. Yeah. And had you known that there was 3 on A, you probably wouldn't have made this move, right? But that being said,
I can explain. So basically, like my teammate did call out 3 on A, and like I recognize this 3 on A as well. But okay, my thought process here was like, okay, so they know that we know there's 3 on A. They saw our teammates running off and stuff like that. I was thinking I could like get one dismiss out and then regroup with my team was like my thought. While like they're kind of like caught off guard, but yeah.
Yeah, you started lurking, right? So you took on the lurk role. Hey, Legend, how's it going? Hey, so what was the 3-second routine to do before the start of the round? Basically, it's whatever one works for you, right? So find something that works for you consistently. For me, I like to close my eyes, visualize what it is that I want to do, visualize the fight that I'm going to take, and visualize myself putting a crosshair on the person's head, right? Like know exactly the pathing that I want to take. So for example, if I'm outside by belt, I'm going to path up belt. I'm going to jump over here. I might throw a leer through nest, which we're going to talk about in a couple of rounds. And then I'm going to swing out and take a fight on headshot box or whatever it is going to be, right? So it's all about just having your mind and your mental ready to be prepared for the fight or be prepared for that one round. So you're at your best bet. Let's go back to this round. So in this case, you have now elected to become a lurker. There is a role that you must fill as a lurker. The one main rule or protocol I want you to have whenever you decide to lurk is you must exist.
Okay.
That's all that matters. You must stay alive. It's reverse on CT side is the anchor position. The anchor must stay alive as long as possible, as long as humanly possible. Okay, just exist. You being there is a threat. So, for example, right now, if you know your team is rotating with a 3 group, and you stay here and you fire some shots, that guarantees that you're going to maintain minimum 1 person on the A bomb site, so people aren't going to over-rotate. You probably will be able to keep 2 in this situation, maybe all 3, just by you being there. So if you make sound, if you just make, throw a couple leers through, people are going to be like, oh, they could still be there, which gives your team ample time to get to be main and start rotating through, and taking the site. Okay? So existing is so important here. Okay? So, team place on their bomb site. I basically just went over that. Okay, so at this point, let's say we take that into account. Okay, they got 1 kill. There's a potential that they're going to rotate off of that, right? So you, by doing this alt, makes them start going, oh, wait. The flash also makes them say, oh, wait, let me stay here. Okay, this is actually really good on the KO because now he's going to rotate out, right? He threw that flash not to flash someone for you, to keep them on site longer so that when you guys rotate, they stay there and you got more time to be able to take a better fight. By the time they get over there, maximum it's a 3v2. Okay. Now, if your protocol is to just stay alive, this is too aggressive of a posture. You died right here. This is where you die. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's like I can write this shit. Okay? So what you could have done was been nest and just fired some shots in, maybe take this fight, right? You could have played on the ground and just fired some shots in to make it seem like you're still going there and just selling it to keep them there a little bit longer. Your job is to stay alive longer. This Viper wall, again, same idea as the KO flash. These two are playing extremely well. They're throwing this there so that it makes it feel like you're going to go A. Now, this death also serves a function. Okay? This bought your team approximately 8 to 10 seconds where they're going to stay on that site because of that. Okay, so they need to take full advantage of that and push in at this point, right? So your death does serve a function at this point. Okay. So what you just said there, in case anyone didn't hear it, is you said, I should have went with them. That was so stupid. Here's the thing. Let me break this down for you. It's not a stupid play, what you did. It's not terrible. Okay? There was 2 options. You either go with them, which would have been a fine option to do, right? Or you stay and lurk and exist. And now you understand that protocol. Just exist. Right? It's too much of a threat for them to not leave the site when you're there, right?
Yes, you're right.
The one thing you're going to learn, especially at your rank, is that there's never one right way to do things, right? What I often like to say is that there's many paths up to the top or peak of the mountain. Some are just faster than others, right? There's many different ways that you can climb up that mountain, and at the end of the day, as long as you get up to the top, it's great. Okay, you're gonna see some people do some crazy freaking shit that make no sense in ranked, but for some
Yeah.
reason they have climbed to the top of the mountain. So both decisions could have worked. It's a matter of how you executed them.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll move ahead.
No.
We're gonna go
fucking
to
Damn, he actually does that.
9:05. Okay. There's
Looks like
all
safe.
yeah, this is a save.
Mhm.
There's always information that we can pick up from even save rounds. Okay, there's always a use for it. We don't just want to throw ourselves into the fire and be like, here we go, it's my eco round. We want to start thinking about what it is that they're doing, right?
Okay. All right, so KO's playing Boiler probably.
The quality just went down. Give me a second.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. Yeah, we always want to think about what they're doing and how their tendencies are, what they like to do, right?
Big box, Jug.
Okay. I know there's two. Okay, one guy died. Reyna's playing close. Yeah.
They rotate really, really hard.
Okay.
They rotate really fast, really hard. We didn't get to see this entire round, but these guys like to rotate like right away. They don't waste any time. And this is the information that I pick up on this round. I believe it is, let's see here. Round 9. You guys finally notice it. This is on all 5 of you. This is on all 5 players. Round 9 is when it's finally identified in a comm that they rotate really hard and really fast.
Mhm.
This is like something that you can probably pick up on pistol round, right?
Yeah.
Reyna's take 104.
Looking at tendencies.
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Every
no,
round.
I think I know what's about to happen.
Yeah, chamber whiffs a couple times, but you know what? It's
It happens. It happens.
it's not an ideal. I don't even think of it as a bad whiff because it's not an ideal fight for him. His positioning is
Yeah.
terrible here, right? So his positioning is not great. It's not ideal, but he has no choice. It's a 3v1. We just gotta see
Yeah.
if we can make some damage or make something happen. So
Yeah.
it's totally those whiffs are okay.
Yeah.
Now, the game is like an evolving entity, right? It's like it ages. There's stories that are being told every single round, and things will leak into following rounds from previous stories that were told, right?
Okay.
We talked about how the Jet is tilting, right? Jet just got picked off again, doing something stupid. Watch this first part of this round, right?
Yeah.
Big box, Jug.
He went for it. He's like, there was no need to do it, right?
Yeah.
But he went for it. There is an evolving story here. You know, there's a timeline.
Mhm.
Jet is
Yeah.
getting pissed. Jet just keeps fucking dying, right? So these are all things that we can be thinking about, right? It's a small thing that definitely is tougher to pick up on, but we need to know how people are feeling, and that will help
Yeah.
us take more advantage of what they're doing.
Okay.
Okay? So there's a lot of information that can be said here, right? Or shown here.
Reyna's take 104.
We know how fast they're rotating at this point. We know what the Jet is doing. He's basically feeding because he's just like desperate for frags, desperate
Yeah.
for attention, desperate for acceptance as a player.
Okay.
There's a bunch of mental shit going on here, right?
Yeah.
Right? So that being said,
First shot not hit.
in this next round, let's do a little threat assessment.
That's unlucky.
Symphony of Death.
Oh,
Okay.
why
We're gonna do the threat assessment as soon as you hit tab.
Fragile fucking losers.
Yeah, my team's getting tilted.
He's tilted too. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Anyways.
they're all tilted.
I don't understand. Like you're 3 rounds into it, and you were
Yeah, 3 rounds
supposed to lose that
Tuesday.
round. You were supposed to lose that round. Now, if you had established a BAM, you guys would have been like, "Oh, that was a really good round. We got 2 down. That's amazing, right?"
Yeah.
And look at the money, right? We're
Yeah,
forcing them to buy for each other. Look at that,
Yeah.
right? This is a good round. That was a really good round.
Exactly.
Let's do a threat assessment here. What do we have to worry about this round? when we hit the tab key?
So obviously we have to worry about the KO and the Viper ult specifically. So those two could shut down our pushes really hard.
Okay.
And then I guess like you could also identify the Jet ult. You could say that like with the Jet ult, you know, maybe one of them is able to like maybe like don't have the fire. And then finally as well, you can maybe assume that Chamber's probably going to be playing for the B orb because he's one off ult, maybe. So
Very good. You just identified everything right away.
okay.
Coletti, the all-star Radiant player who deserves to be on Team Sentinels, is probably going to do what this round, based on how emotional he is.
He's gonna whip out his knives and dash into us. Probably.
He's gonna fucking go for it. Let's see if we're right. This
We'll see,
motherfucker's gonna go for it. All right, Guilty, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Guilty was my first VOD review outside as a normal student, I think.
It's true. He's
awesome.
correct.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like play therapist for my team right now. Trying to calm him down.
I think you do. I think you're very good. Like you can be a natural IGL. It's just good things that you want to be working on all the time because it's going to make you more appealing as a player, and people are going to want to play with you because of that. So that's really good that you're doing that.
We're just fragile fucking losers, man.
No.
Get out of my way! Here it comes.
There it is.
Oh, look at that! It's a bit aggressive.
There she is. There she is.
Throwing his fucking knives, peeking like literally
Oh
8
my
seconds into the round, he's taking a fight. Oh my god! 8 seconds in the round, he's like, "Yeah, I'm fucking going for it, baby."
He gets one.
He ends up dying though. I think he ends up dying. But regardless, right? We could have seen that coming, right?
Yeah.
We had a lot of tells. We didn't know you didn't know about this stuff before. Like, how many times has someone taught you about the mental side of the game and how it affects you?
Yeah.
How many times has it
definitely
identified?
Not ever. Yeah.
No, but you're gonna end up figuring this out later on. You're gonna be like, oh, there's that thing that Worthy was talking about. It's happening again, right?
Yeah. It's like something that's like kind of intuitive, where it's like, oh yeah, I guess like that makes sense now I think about it, but like you never really actually think about it when you're playing the game out.
The key to it is we've all been there before. Right?
Oh, for sure.
We've all been there before. So what you need to start doing is think empathetically. If I were him, how would I feel right now? Right? Put yourself in their shoes. And my famous saying, the one that I learned from a guy named Islands back when I competed in combat arms, really nice guy, super solid person who used to break games. We used to just play games together and just like figure out ways to abuse and glitch the shit out of it so we had the best competitive advantage. It was a ton of fun. But one thing that he told me when I was a younger player was that the path to victory is through the eyes of the opponent. And I've been using that throughout life in everything, not just video gaming. And what that means is put yourself in their shoes. How would you feel if you were them? What would you do if you were them? Based on all these different things, right?
Yeah.
This tells a story. Okay? Good kill, by the way. Let's watch that again. Guilty. Okay. I'm very good. This guy seems very likable. I agree. Not gonna lie, yeah. Guilty likes you. You've earned a fan. You've earned a fan.
Oh wow! Thanks.
If you wanna plug your Twitch or something like that, maybe he'll throw you a follow. If you want to plug your OnlyFans, maybe he'll send you feet pics.
I mean, I don't stream, maybe, but you can follow my TikTok. I guess I'll just do it at the end of the stream or something.
Yeah, you can throw it in there. It's okay. It's all good. I think it should be accepted.
Sure.
If it isn't, I'll just allow it. So it's all good.
Right, sounds good. I'll just type in the chat, I guess.
Definitely. Okay, so let's see what's going on here.
How will I ever recover?
120.
I got nothing to really say about that. You made a raw adjustment. It worked. It was good. We move on.
Yep.
Sergeant Muff Butt. That's you?
Yeah. It was originally it's Muff Butt, but like TikTok originally like banned me for using Muff Butt. I actually didn't know what it meant, and then apparently it's like pretty inappropriate, so I had to change it to Buff Mutt so I wouldn't get banned.
Okay. We're actually about to look at that round that we talked about at the beginning.
Oh yeah, that one. I can already feel it coming.
So we've learned this from round 1. Okay. Let's do. Oh, Tips got me to diamond finally. Close to D2. Awesome, Guilty. That's great, man. Another person. Everyone's going to be out of fucking silver and shit like that. There's going to be no one to queue silver and iron. All the grassroots players are going to be diamond now. It's great. I love it. Okay, so watch the minimap, and I want you to start counting in your head how many seconds he has to move around.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
You have a lot of space that you could be running in. There's a lot of different
Yeah.
options, right? So
You're right.
let's watch it again, because you're gonna get punished for this over and over and over again, and sooner or later you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I need to stop doing that, right?
There he is.
Now your thought process is correct, okay? However, where you die because you did not make this decision until later on, and it was too late to make the decision. Right
Yes.
here, right here. See this
Yeah,
walking
so
that you're doing?
walking, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If you were running there, then making that decision to go into this box area right here and stacking yourself in there and just hiding would have netted you a multi-frag.
You read my mind. That's exactly what I was trying to do. Yeah.
I know that's what you're trying to do. It would have net you a multi-frag, but you died in that one brief moment where you decided to walk and you changed your mind right around here. You change your mind right here. I'm like, oh, if I get right in this position right over here, I'm going to walk right up. They're not going to see me. You get into that position, they run right by you. You multi-frag for a 3K, right? This
So
is
do you
now...
think-
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
Okay, I'll finish my point.
Yeah.
This decision right now is a selfish decision. Don't take this the wrong way, okay?
Yeah.
You're making this decision because, hey, I want to make a TikTok clip. And, hey, all power to you, my friend.
Okay.
All power to you, right? But this needed to happen before if you want to make that TikTok clip. Okay, continue.
So I was gonna ask, like, so do you think it would have been like the right decision, if I were to run earlier, or if that decision would have been like based on a lot of like assumptions that I didn't know? Because the reason why I didn't run initially was just because, oh, I want to get my teammates a better timing. I don't want them to like hear me like running up and stuff, since my other teammates are kind of walking up and everything as well. And then like, yeah, so I wanted to stay quiet. But do you think it would have been better for me to like just push, knowing that maybe Jet was already in middle and stuff like that, like Chambers already watching Snowman and stuff? Or do you think I should have just played safe here?
So in this moment here, if it's a 4v3 and you can get yourself in that position safely, then it's fine.
Yeah.
As soon as this happens, now we're in a 3v3 situation.
Yeah.
We have Jet Knives out. We have a Viper ult out, which is good, right? And we have a potential other ult coming on. These ults don't really matter too much, but the big rule here is that it's a 3v3, and we're going to have bomb down. Anytime bomb goes down, roles reverse, and we are now on CT side, right?
Okay.
The timer's on them. In my opinion, in the way that I would play this, is I would let them come to me, right?
Okay.
Let them do all the work, right? Why should we do the work when they can do all the work and they're supposed to? Because if they don't, we win the round, right? If that timer goes down, we win. So let them come to me at that point. I want to just put my feet up, have one hand on my keyboard, one hand on my mouse, and be like, all right, come on, feed me, right?
Yeah.
We don't need to overextend.
Okay. All right.
The answer to your question, look up to the top of your screen. This is the most important. Let me get my epic pen out here again. I need to get the epic pen out. That's important. I don't know if, can you guys, I wonder if you guys can see it on stream when I do epic pen. I don't think you can see it on your own. Let's see. Oh, they could see it.
Okay.
All right, here.
I think I can see it too. Yeah.
Perfect. So let me ignore this. This is the most important piece of information on the entire screen. You have the biggest piece, which is the clock. Okay. But you also have the scoreboard in general, right? Most important piece of information. And all your decisions should be based around the clock.
Okay.
And all your decisions should be based around how many people do they have alive versus how many people do I have alive.
Okay.
Now I got to go through all the effort of erasing all these things. Holy shit. So much clicking. Oh my goodness. But yeah. Decisions should be made based on this stuff.
Okay, you're right. You're right. I definitely do think that's actually also one of my weaknesses that I didn't identify at the beginning as well. It's just like I have like the Reyna one trick brain. You know what I mean? Like my vision turns red. I just want to push everything. I just want to challenge everything.
Yeah, you want to get those frags, man. It's all about stats,
and, like,
right?
I think it's because like it's like what you said at the beginning. It's like I've kind of just relied on like my mechanics to just like out duel people even if I'm out of position. And I think that's also partially the reason why I couldn't really get past like Immortal 1 and stuff, just because there's a certain point where I guess I just can't rely on that anymore, right? And I have to like make right decisions, and evidently I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you just gotta make the game easy for yourself.
Yeah.
Make it easy for yourself. That's ultimately what it is, you know?
Okay.
Think about what a union laborer would do. He's gonna take it.
Yeah.
He's gonna take it easy. He's paid by the hour. You want to play like a union laborer at this point? It's like, let them come to me. Let them come to me. You know, I don't want to get fed. I mean, I don't want to feed them. I want them to feed me, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And your decision to do this now, and take the selfish route, has now made it a 2v3. So you basically, at this point, without saying it, you said, "Fuck you, teammates. Have fun." Right?
Yeah.
This is a big insult to both of them. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely threw that around for sure.
But here's the thing: how many times has someone taken you aside and taught you all this stuff? How many times has someone done that?
Yeah, I mean, never.
Never. So I don't expect you to be 100% perfect at this. And I also don't expect you to get this right away overnight. If you do, fantastic. But in 3 months' time down the road, after we've done a couple of these VODs, if you want to do more, I'm expecting that you're going to be a lot better at this, and it's going to put you over the edge in terms of your skill, right?
Okay.
Just take your time with it. It's all about identifying the issue first, and then let's deal with it as the time rolls out. These are things that we want to be working on, right? This is the reason why we do
sounds
these
good.
VODs together, right?
Yep.
So it doesn't need to be perfect yet.
That's two.
I just realized our chamber did not put his trip down.
You know what? He's a team player, man. He's a fucking team player. I just
I guess
realized
we
that
wouldn't
too.
have known anyways. I guess we wouldn't have known anyways because he wouldn't tell us.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's too late at this point. I
It's
didn't.
too
I
late,
skipped
yeah.
over this every time you died. I just skipped over it. So like,
Yeah.
You know, this guy, squad goals right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, does he even have his TP up? But yeah, he did. He ends up almost getting like 3K here, I think, if I remember seeing it, which could have
Yeah.
gone really well.
Oh, you guys are so.
Oh, you
good.
guys did win. You guys did win.
Yeah, we
But
won. Yeah.
here's the thing that's crazy, right? You put them in the situation where they had to multi-frag to be able to win. And that's where the big fuck you comes from, right?
I think part of it as well is just like, especially like when you're at like these ranks where like generally everyone's like pretty mechanically like there. I feel like for me personally, it almost feels like I'm not getting punished for making these mistakes. It's kind of just like, oh, I pushed it, whatever. He just got better aim than me, and then like my teammates fragged out anyways, and we won. So like, I guess in these situations, there's less of like a internal dialogue for me to like reflect on like what happened, because I guess I kind of just got away with it, right?
Because you're looking at the result.
Yeah.
You're looking at the result as opposed to the fact that, hey, you know what, I just shit on my teammates there, right?
Yeah.
And then they had to stand on their head to be able to pick up for my own shit,
Yeah.
right?
You're right. You're right.
I'm trying to make a real life reference to it or something. It's kind of like I'm a personal trainer, so I'm gonna make one up right now, an analogy. Lexi, how's it going? Lexi's my second VOD review today. We're gonna be finishing up in the next 45 minutes or so, Lexi. So I'll end up calling you later. It's kind of like when I'm working at the gym. I'll say I'm going through and I'm doing all my stuff. I'm getting my hours in. All my clients are coming in, but I'm leaving a big fucking mess in the middle of the gym for someone else to clean up. You know what I mean? It's like a big fuck you to everyone around me, but I'm getting my shit done because here I'm getting my frags in, right? I'm making my own selfish moves to get my own money, right? But I'm not caring about the people around me and what the impact is on my teammates. You have an integrity to your teammates to get them to the best position possible to win these rounds, right?
Okay.
I think we've dragged this on for too long in this conversation, but I think it's an important point to talk about. All your moves should really be thinking about how it affects everyone around me, as opposed to what are the pros and cons of me having more frags here,
Not
right?
yet.
Okay.
Because what?
I haven't gone there yet.
We're gonna move ahead.
I mean, if you're a personal trainer, I could hire you as a fitness coach too, huh?
You can actually. My whole goal.
Oh,
How's
really?
it going, Dick? My goal is to eventually, once I've got enough influence online with Valorant, maybe I've played or I've coached a couple of high-level teams, is to eventually bring fitness to the gaming world, to the esports world. That's my ultimate goal,
that's
my
awesome.
5-year goal. Yeah, and I've been already working on programs. I already have everything written up as to how I would be training some of these people that are currently playing as professionals right now. How would I take them through training protocols? I want to be the guy. I want to be that guy eventually to be the one that people come to. Dink,
that's awesome,
great to
yeah.
see you.
Fitness
Sorry.
is super important. Like even for like gaming, like people definitely overlook it. I think I definitely feel that like I've gotten like better, more consistent. Like because like I've started working out like a lot recently too, and I feel like I've seen noticeable improvements in just like my mental and like I don't know, just like I can't really describe it. I just feel like my gameplay's gotten better.
Yeah, it increased my gameplay significantly when I was playing too. Yeah, I need help in the gym. Definitely, Lexi. Everyone needs help in the gym, even the people who are in the gym. It increases your, especially the ones that are in the gym. It increases your mental capacity. You know, it increases your energy, increases your reaction time. You know, I had a question on TikTok recently about, you know, how do I improve my reaction time? It's like, well, now we need to look at your nutrition. We need to look at how you're sleeping, how you're dealing with your stress, and then your overall physical fitness, right? Let's look at your lifestyle. You know, you can hop on AIM Labs all you want and watch the green dot and just be like, okay, I'm ready, and fucking click it. But if you're not, you know, nutritionally sound, it doesn't matter how good you are. You're going to be shaking like a mofo and not knowing how to click a button, right? So don't need help in the gym and know everything. Silent Dink, it's because I taught you some things, I hope. Dink is from one of my OG teams.
Oh, awesome.
Yep. He's well, he's one of my OG team students. So
Got you.
yeah, he's with Chosen Ones. Okay.
Okay, was here.
Yeah, this round I skipped over. I think there wasn't anything really to talk about. I want to move ahead to round 9.
Multiple.
I'm gonna move to round 9, which is. I mean, we can do. Yeah, I do want to watch that actually.
Yeah. Okay, so if Pfeffer gets picked off, we know there's like 3 on A.
Yeah, so let's watch this round actually. This is the round that I wanted to see. I moved ahead too far. Okay.
So call for the rotate. Gets caught out.
Really?
Okay.
B should be clear.
B should be clear. Was the con that he made?
Just like watch your angles. Watch your angles.
Okay, so did everyone hear that?
Wait,
Okay,
can you redo it?
Let's
I didn't catch it again.
I'm glad, Ding. I'm glad I did. Teach him how. Did you teach him how twerking is helpful to improve gameplay as well? Because I learned that from you. I mean,
Oh wow.
Dink, I thought that was your own natural skills. I thought that was something that you do on your stream. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all give Silent Dink a follow because this guy twerks on his streams. So just saying, if you want to see a nice round ass bouncing up and down, this is the best place to go.
Okay.
Okay. So let's listen to what you say here. Because I'm a little confused. Honestly, Ty, I thought, you know, those streamers or those big coaches that end up hiring someone on Fiverr, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna troll this guy and act like I'm a freaking iron and not know, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna turn to Radiant Aim and it's, oh, look at the big reveal, I actually hired you because it was this. It's some stupid content thing. I thought for a second here when I watched this, I'm like, something doesn't make sense here. I thought maybe you were trolling me a little bit because like you have a really good attitude, you have some really good shots coming on here, and then there's sometimes where you're just like, I'm gonna do this just cause, right? But I don't think you're trolling me. I think you're being genuine. I think you're being genuine. But there was a moment where I'm like watching, I'm like, how did you go from this to this in the span of 5 seconds? Let's listen to this.
Just like watch your angles. Watch your angles.
So you say watch your angles, okay? So that makes me think you're gonna slowly and methodically start clearing things out and being very, very careful, okay? Watch the mini map just for fun, okay?
Yeah.
Hang on, let me go back. I might have made a mistake here.
Watch your angles. Watch your angles. Just in case, you know.
Oh, you did check it. Okay, he checked it. I was gonna say, as you walked through here, you didn't check this angle. Okay, but Jet did flick over and look at it. I thought he ran right by it, and then you're about to run right by it too. So
that
it
would
was-
have been funny. That would have been funny.
yeah. So I was gonna be like, oh, that's a really nice knife. Did you know that there's someone to your left right now? It's one of the Jehovah's Witnesses. It's like, excuse me, sir, do you have a second to talk about Jesus? Boom, everyone's dead, right?
That would have been really funny.
Okay. That being said, man, that is a nice knife. It's a really nice knife.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at the jet vision code. I was like, I didn't see anyone. I'm gonna look at my knife.
Okay, so you're looking at the mini map. That's cool. You were looking at the mini map. That's a positive. It's a positive. We'll give him that, chat. We'll give him that.
Yeah.
I'm
kidding.
No,
That's
no, no,
bad.
no. It's positive. It's a positive. That being said, if there's anything that I've learned in ranked, it's that I don't trust my teammates at all when it comes to clearing shit. Like, I'm gonna be very, very careful. Okay. You could be dead here.
Yeah. I probably will be, actually. I think I will be. But yeah.
Spoiler
you're
alert.
right. Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any idea where they are right now? I mean, we've watched this round and we know that they were stacked on A and they've probably been rotating. Like, do we have
Yeah.
any idea where they could be?
No idea where they concretely are, but like I assume probably like CT, like if like probably like around the area where you have like the window or whatever. Maybe,
Snowman?
like, yeah, snow. Like
And then
like
the window?
a little bit more to the right of like the snowman.
Right
yeah.
here. Right here.
Yeah, that's where I assumed they were.
Yep. I think there's probably one following up right there. Do we have kitchen control?
No kitchen control.
We have no kitchen control. Okay.
Yeah.
So we could be dead. We could be very dead right now from here. Like, someone could swing out on this guy trying to like plant the bomb, right?
Yeah.
Jet's kind of looking at it right now,
Mhm.
but it's a funny game. It's a funny game because there's 1 second he's not looking at it. Watch the mini map. Okay, you die from this angle, right? So
Yeah.
you never even had a chance because your gun was never out ever.
Yeah,
right? But this is a funny
Okay.
game. Watch this.
Mhm.
You
Oh
see
yeah,
that?
Viper's there. Yeah, Viper's there now.
You could have been dead from the Viper. That's more what I was concerned about. Like, you were
Yeah.
so certain that there was nobody there, right?
Yeah, that's bad.
So in a span of
that's real bad.
like 5 seconds, like, listen to this first quote.
Uh-huh.
Well, just like watch your angles. Watch your angles.
You went from watch your angles to I'm gonna throw my knife out. I'm gonna have my knife out and clear everything with my knife. Like, that was like, I'm sitting there going like, is he trolling me?
Hey, look,
Hey, what?
I spent $40 on that knife. Okay, I'm gonna look.
Hey, man.
I'm kidding.
It's a beautiful knife, but here's what I'm gonna tell you, man. I don't want to see it.
yeah,
You know,
you're right,
beautiful
you're right,
knife,
this is
don't
bad.
want to see it.
Yeah, you're right.
That one's probably gonna be a TikTok clip, by the way.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
we gotta use that one. It's a fun one.
Sounds good. Yeah, you can tag me in it.
Definitely. Yeah, send me your TikTok after
Alright,
on
sounds
chat, or you
good.
can just do it right now. It doesn't matter.
All right.
Okay, round number 9. We're going to 14-12.
Yes.
Goes B man last round.
We can fake.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, sounds good.
It's considered rotate really fast, or
We're 9 rounds in and we just realized they rotate fast. Thank God. There it is. Right?
Oh
Like,
man.
this is not on you. This is a macro concept that someone should have picked up on a lot longer or a lot sooner, right? So here is a really good strat for some teams that rotate really fast on Icebox. What you want to do is get control of this section of the map right here.
Okay.
Be yellow. Very powerful position. We can challenge that. And then what we can do is leave just one person there.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And just have him lurk. And what is a rule about lurkers? We
You have to
must
exist.
exist. And when a team over rotates and they see that, they're like, oh my God, it's gotta be B, it's gotta be B. Let's say you throw a Viper Wall over in B and all that good stuff to distract them. You get a free A bomb site when you do that.
They
Okay.
they
This is a macro concept that I don't expect you to learn. This is something that... Tata for now? Holy shit! We just got raided. How's it going?
Oh, really?
Yes,
That's
we
awesome.
did. Hello,
That's awesome.
Tata. For anyone who is here, who has played Valorant before, we're going through a live VOD review right now. Feel free to ask your questions. I'm here to help you all. We're here with Ty right now. Tyler. Tyler, what's your... Thank you so much for the follow. Rothgar, appreciate you. Holy crap. Hello. That's me. I shake. How's it going, Tata? Long time no see. I met Tata. Tata for now is a fantastic musical talent. What were you doing today on your stream, Tata? Sorry about that. Hello, hello. How's it going, everyone? Thank you so much for the follows. Big T Addict, Rothgar, just chatting and music with my sister. Awesome. What are you guys singing today? So I met Tata over a app called Twitch Sings. RIP Twitch Sings. For anyone who loves karaoke, we were doing that all through lockdown. So I got to meet her. She lives over in the UK. So thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate you. Everyone who's brand new, my name is Worthy TV. I am a coach for Valorant. This is what I'm doing now. Also personal trainer. And on the odd time, I will visit my girlfriend, and that will be usually my week-to-week stuff that I do. So appreciate all of you guys coming by. Tata, I'm dating someone now. Surprise. But it's good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so where were we? All right, so we identified that they're finally rotating. We talked about the strat, and this is usually more of a macro concept that you'll pick up after playing with the team for a little while. So I don't expect you to know this right away. So let's move on.
Good fake.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done. We'll fake B here.
So if we're full faking B and we're committing to the B fake, we should work to get control of yellow while we're running 3 players on B in approximate. Okay, so here, let me go back. So when we're in this position right here, we're going to be running into 3 players on B right now, just because of how they rotate. This is where they're starting to over rotate based on our information. Okay, so in about 8 to 10 seconds, there's going to be minimum 3 people on B at this point. Okay.
Yeah.
I hear rotates. Let's move towards A. I'm not coming with you, KO.
This is a good positioning for the KO. So the KO is going to play the lurk, but we're going to see how he messes this up. Okay.
I'm not coming with you.
Multiple.
Multiple targets B. It doesn't. He just challenges them instead of existing. Instead of existing, you need to exist.
Pressure, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the other piece is that we just got a frag on mid. We just got called out for a rotate onto A. So they're going to full rotate right now. And if there's someone lurking A, he's going to be hiding. So we need to clear out every single angle, right? Chamber spacing is not great here. This is actually very scary, because if he goes in on his own, gets fragged here, it's going to be a big problem.
Yeah, really tough, really tough.
Yeah. So what we need to do is everyone needs to group up with him, stack on him, and then push in together. That's the only way that we can like really guarantee a win here. Let's watch what happens. This is the wrong way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
And here is our lose condition really quick. Here's our lose condition. It's coming up. Right there. If Chamber dies here, and we're over here not really supporting the situation, it's a problem.
Okay.
Now, this frag that you get is great.
A little bit of a whiff.
Good frag. No, good frag. Good frag. Okay. Watch this one. Another good frag. But I got news for you. Those weren't your frags to get. You stole them from Jet.
From the Jet, right? Because she was already sitting there.
Jet was going to get those kills, and Jet should have got those kills. That was not your job. Your job was to be with your Chamber and your Viper. Okay?
Gotcha.
This is where your lose condition could have been. This is where things could have gone really shitty really quickly, right?
Okay.
Happy Do 8, how's it going? First time chatter, welcome. It could have gone really wrong really quickly.
Yeah.
So the entire time you finish this round, you're probably thinking, oh yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about myself because I got 3 kills, right? You're going to end up getting 3 kills here. But besides that kill, the other 2 you did not need to get.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, because Jet was already in position. I didn't need to play with him there.
Jet had mid control.
Yeah.
Jet had mid control, right?
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Now, could we have lost if we went the other way? Sure, probably. But I would say statistically, what you want to be doing, statistically, you want to be going the other direction. You want to be with your teammate, right?
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. I missed a few comments here, I think. Brandon, thank you so much for stopping by. Good shit, bro. Great to see you. Lexi, we're going to probably be a little bit late on your VOD review. Sorry, I take a long time with these things. I'm just trying to... the first session, I really tried to like identify everything so that you have something to work on. And then if you come in for another one again, then we can make it much more concise.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, I appreciate it for sure.
Yeah, no problem.
KO knife knows I'm here.
Okay. This is where we're going to start talking about advantage, or peaking with a disadvantage, or peaking with an advantage. We want all of our fights to be in our advantage. Okay? We don't want to be fighting in a disadvantage. Now, this angle, peeking out in the belt, is already a disadvantage. Why? Because when we peek out,
So many different angles.
So many angles. 1, and there's actually a second one here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 angles that we're exposing ourselves to. Okay.
Yeah. You know, it's about the ego. You know what I mean? Like I have to challenge it, right?
Good. I want you to challenge it. I want you to challenge it, but I want you to do it statistically in your favor.
Okay, sounds good.
I want you to challenge it. So let's talk about how you can take this fight a little bit better. Okay. First things first. You break this knife that you hear whizzing over your head. Okay.
Yep.
It's not impossible to break. You've seen him throw this knife before. You hear it coming. You know where it's coming from. You've seen this knife being thrown several times in the game. Okay. So you break that knife. Okay. Let's say that you don't break the knife, you get hit with it. Okay. What do? You currently have. What's up? What? You want to say something?
I was thinking like to answer your question, maybe I could either like probably the better play would just be to like jump down here and then like go and like scale through like the bottom area, or I could maybe move towards like to my right side over there and like maybe take a better fight from that way. But then again, that would also leave me exposed to belt because I'd have to cross over. So yeah, those are my thoughts.
You could. Definitely nothing wrong there. Like I said before, there's many paths up the side of the mountain. There's some that are shorter than others, some that are easier than others, right? As long as you get to the path of the mountain and you end up going all the way to the peak, that's fine, right? Okay. Here is my thought, okay? Couple options. First and foremost, your presence is detected, okay?
Yep.
He knows you were there, right? He expects that there's going to be a peak from belt, okay? Where's his crosshair right now?
His crosshair is on my like head level, probably just on belt.
Head level at belt. Okay. You have one angle from that direction that you can peek from if you strafe out. It's a very, very advantageous fight for him to take versus yours, because you got 5 or 6 angles he can be in and he has one angle. So you need to be thinking about that. Okay. If you put yourself in his shoes, you're feeling a lot better. If you remember how you're going to feel when you play that one headshot angle later on defense, you're feeling pretty good about that angle, right? You have some confidence there. You're not worried about getting shot in the head, even though you do eventually, but you're not as worried because you have time to be able to hit them in the head, right? So he's got the advantage. On top of that, he knows you're there because you're knifed, okay?
Yes.
So there's 2 ways if you want to commit and fight this. You either wait the 8 seconds out and you throw a leer through nest and then peek with the leer. That eliminates a lot of the angles, or at the very least forces them to shoot at it so that their crosshair placement is off while you're swinging out, forcing them to flick on you and you being able to flick on them and evening out the playing field. Okay, which 50-50 fight on T side is not a bad thing, but if you can make it a 60-40 fight in your favor, that's going to be better. Like 60% you're going to win, 40% you're going to lose. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
That would be the best option in my opinion. The other option you can do is you AD clear every single angle. Okay? So you're
Okay.
strafing in and out instead of fully swinging with reckless abandon
Yeah.
and exposing yourself to 4 angles. You can
you're
actually
right.
be shot. You can actually be shot from headshot right now. You can't see that headshot angle, but they can see you because you're peeking out to the right. Okay? So it looks like he's moving right now, but in reality, he's actually standing still a lot longer. Hey, look at that. There's another person. Right? Even if you got him, you were traded.
I would have. Yeah, I would have gotten killed. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, actually, no. The play there is I kill him, all right, and then I dismiss out, you know, and then I come back and I kill him too. You know that was the right play.
I love your enthusiasm on it, man. I think hey, listen, I think it could work. You know, I'm not saying it can't. I'm not saying it
And then I
can't.
go in and then I kill another guy and I dismiss out again because of another dismiss left, and then I kill then I'm good for 4. You know.
Yeah, easy.
That's the plan. Yeah.
It's an easy game. It's an easy game. Hey, listen, I'm not saying it can't work, right? I'm not saying it can't work. I'm just saying that you should definitely think about what's the statistical play here. What's the statistical play, and that really comes from planning out the layer, planning out the things that you got. What are your opportunities, right? You don't need to be taking dry fights. If there's no need to take a dry fight, then don't take it. If you're planning on taking a dry fight, see if you can get someone to peek with you, right? That way you can get a trade. That way there's value to it. Right now it's a 4v5, and once again you've hung your team out to dry.
Oh, nice shot. One nice
Okay.
Raptors.
Oh my god, timing.
Nice shot.
We can move ahead.
One might be
Let's
flank.
see. Okay.
On default.
Round 11. It's gonna be the next
Yeah, I think
round.
it's both.
I said, okay, so I said wear your eyes when you're safe. That was the point I made for this next round. I'm not sure why I said that.
I guess we'll see.
We might skip the round altogether.
Okay.
I'm not sure what I was trying to say here.
Do it's working. Do it's working.
Let's see.
Still in sight.
Okay, so I think
Too
even
close.
here, yeah. So you got 2 here. Viper, you hear ulting onto the site, on
Yep.
A site. Actually, you can hear it, the sound cue. Okay.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Yeah.
There's only gonna be 1, probably 2 here and 2 in mid.
Yeah. Yeah, makes
Where-
sense.
That's 2 at least. Kitchen.
Right now, you're safe. Right now, you're safe.
I could leave if you want.
You can just be watching your mini map the entire time. So I think the point I was trying to make is that I think you're getting better at it as we're going through. This VOD, you're actually like identifying what you should be saying and all that good stuff. But yeah, so
Yeah, I don't.
that's why
Oh,
I
man.
brought it up. That's why I brought it up. Wear your eyes
Okay.
while you're safe. You should never have jumped there. You should never have thrown that leer there because you know that there was a threat of someone swinging you in that position, and that's
Okay.
sort of where we were going for with that.
Yeah, I get for some reason I didn't see it. Like I guess like blind spot. I guess I don't even know.
Yeah.
I
So I
wasn't
guess
really pay attention.
the feedback that I had here was this entire part of the round, you were never under threat of a fight. So your
Yeah.
eyes should actually have been glued to your mini map the entire time.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna throw a flash.
See what's
Yeah,
working,
no,
what's
that
working.
makes sense. I kind of recall what was happening now.
Yeah, see, like, you know KO's there. Look, KO's
Yeah, it's
identified,
there, yeah.
right? You know there's 2 mid. You know Viper's there. There's probably another one on B.
I just didn't expect KO to put because I think he pushed up close, right? Up close to this box here, like
He
this
pushed-
crate or whatever.
So that's actually another really good point, right? If someone's pushed up close, there's probably a stack. There's people supporting him, right? There's probably 2 or 3 ready to get a trade. So he was forced in that position just based on osmosis of where his teammates are moving and playing in. There's a stack on B coming because we have Viper ult here and no one's being challenged. So she's just going to hold A. So they know that they have to just protect B at this point. So there's so many people on B right now that he can play up close without any fear. And he's going to play very aggressive.
Yeah, yeah, I did not expect that. Yeah,
Yeah, he's gonna play very aggressive because he can, right?
yeah, and he gets he almost aces, I think.
Spike down B.
Yeah. He almost does. Anyways, we'll move on. So let's go into defense. This round is really, really good. It's a really solid round we're going to watch, okay? This is an example of a really good pre-round routine, which I'm not even sure you're aware you did, but you had a plan in this round. And this made me further think that, hey, you know what? This guy might be trolling me.
Okay.
This was really good. This was really good.
Okay.
You planned this buy really well. So he bought a Frenzy and he bought his Dismiss. This tells me right away that you're planning on playing up close and playing aggressive, right?
Yes.
This is your strategy. You want to do that, right? You might be watching your TikToks right now. You might be, chatting to somebody,
Yeah,
whatever.
I think I am.
But you had a plan. You had a plan here,
Zombie.
right? And you execute the plan. Regardless of the fact if you're right or wrong, you execute the plan. And that's the best thing you can do, because when you're VOD reviewing on yourself, you're able to actually know from reference point, this is what I was doing here. Why didn't that work? And it's easier than just you running around, knifing walls and shit and just like taking a guess, right?
Yeah.
So you had a very, very well thought out plan here. You're lucky that your KO is playing this angle right here, that he can support you, but this was all this is really good. This is all coordinated, right?
I know how this round ends though, and I'm kind of scared.
Well, this is where our next protocol comes in. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
The beginning of this round is that you do so well that we reverse ourselves all of a sudden, and the issue that we have here is that we're not keeping the enemy in front of us. So we choose a position here, not this particular one, but we choose a position in a few seconds where we have to flick around a full 180 degrees. If there's ever a point, ladies and gentlemen, that you are in a position where you have to flick 180 degrees, you are out of position and you need to give up space. Okay?
Okay.
Do we have bomb?
That is your protocol.
Okay.
I'm running.
In
Yeah, I
shorts,
definitely-
go ahead, sorry.
Oh, yeah, I got shot.
Yeah, so
no,
you
he's there.
identified these there.
Yeah, he shot me. He shot me.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a really big issue as well. Like sometimes, I'm really, really not willing to give up space sometimes, and obviously I know what's going to happen. But yeah, that definitely is my downfall in a lot of these rounds. Just not willing to give space and then take other space back. But I guess we can talk about that once the thing happens.
Yeah, I mean, you will know when it's time to give up space based on the most important piece of information on the entire screen. What is it?
Time.
Beautiful. Okay.
He dropped.
See how you flick? Okay, so you hear him jet away, which makes me think that he's probably going to rotate, right? So it probably wasn't going to kill you in this exact moment, but yeah, he does. He rotates over. And see how you're flicking back and forth here? This is out of position at this point. And if we're looking at the timer right now, instead of backing up, which is what I would have done and played back in the back corner, you know where that square box is underneath the rafters?
Yeah.
And just hiding there and just waiting for the bomb timer, you decide to play aggressive, right? Which is against playing for the clock. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
So if you play back for the clock and you wait for the bomb timer or the bomb click and then making a move on that, that would be the more effective move. Now, in effect as well, if you hide yourself into that corner, there's no way that the enemy can get behind you. They're going to cross your vision point if they're walking underneath rafters, or they're going to come straight in front of you if they're running into gens. So at that point, you're keeping the enemy in front of you. That's basically your protocol, right? In this case right now, I like it. I think it could work, but the issue that you have is you have a spacing problem. And that spacing problem is the Viper who decided to split off with you, which definitely could be his fault as well, but you need to be aware of that. You need to be aware that he's moved there, okay?
Okay.
And because he's moved there, this positioning can be really bad, okay?
Yes.
If this jet comes out and shoots you in the head, it's a free plant for him, and all of a sudden, Viper is now in a 1v1 with a bomb down time against him.
Yeah.
Right?
30 seconds
So this guy decides to Valorant you through mid.
Yes. Yes.
It's
Yeah.
you know what? Good on him. Fucking good play. You know,
Yeah.
Coletti is coming back. He's striking hard, right?
Yeah.
He was pissed off from the last round, but now he's gonna go. He's gonna go for the clutch, right? He's going for the
Yeah.
clutch. Good play on him. You know, good play on him. But worst play on you, because
For
you
sure.
just need to back up, give him the space, give him the respect, right?
Definitely. I was like gambling really hard as well. Like I was like, I do remember that at that time I was like really scared about mid, and maybe what I could have done is like maybe I could like could have told the Viper to like maybe help watch mid for me, and then if he plants the other side, we could just retake together maybe. But yeah, I definitely think like that's a really bad play from my part.
Just a positioning error. I wouldn't say
Yeah.
it's bad. I think you had a mindset and a thought about it.
Yeah.
You just didn't choose the defensive move, which was
Yeah.
the problem.
Okay.
Right. Whoa! Thank you so much for the sub, Lexi. There we go. My my sub icons are coming up now. My alert box is working. Thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate you. We're gonna be switching to you very soon, Lexi. Don't worry. I might go a little bit over time here. We're almost 2 hours into this one now.
Sorry, Lexi. But you're gonna get a good VOD review though, so
Oh yeah.
it's gonna be worth it.
Okay, so we talked about bare ass minimum before. Our goal here would be ideally to get 3 down. If we can kill 3 here, that would be great. So what we want to do with our low advantage guns, our disadvantage guns, is get as many close range fights as we possibly can. Okay.
Yep.
Get as many close range fights as we can.
So I try to sneak
So-
here.
This is a great play. This is a fantastic play to play on Eco, right? If they come through here, you're gonna rain terror on these motherfuckers.
Yeah. I don't remember what happens, but oh yeah, there it is.
All of a sudden, this shit's a winnable round. Like, holy crap, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
He gets another one. That was a good kill on KO. Okay, so it's a 3v2 situation. It is winnable. Still low stats, but it's winnable. Look, this guy bought a Vandal. He's pushing it. He's pushing it.
Yeah.
He's pushing
Try
it.
to-
Don't do
try to
it.
Go for one. Ah.
Hey, you know what? That was good on you, bad on him. You know, there's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do.
Yeah.
You had a low advantage gun and you got 1 kill. You got your 1 and you got 2 more down. If Viper can get 1 more frag here, massive.
Mhm.
That's all she needs to do. She doesn't need to win the round. If she wins the round as a bonus, just get 1 kill.
I don't think so though. Oh, okay, yeah, she does.
Huge. You know how many
Wow.
rounds you can win off that 1 frag, right?
Uh,
He doesn't need to win this round. Doesn't need to win the round. Okay, so he's okay. So listen, in this clutch situation, we're gonna watch Viper. Okay, he plants the bomb. Do you hear him running?
he plants the bomb. I don't think I heard him running, but we can replay that.
Spike planted.
He's walking. So
Yeah,
to
he's walking.
we know he's planted right here. We can hear it. So with him walking, he can only be here, or he can only be here, or over here.
Okay.
Right? In this
Yeah.
particular amount of time. Okay, he could peeky here. He's probably going to do a longer range fight, so I can see him being in Gen, or he's going to be right over here, ready to take this fight on screens. Viper's just wasting time right now, right? Time
Yeah.
is against her. There's no sense in you waiting here. Now, he plays there or there. We haven't heard him run, so his other option, if he decides to move this direction, would be to go to nest and play that bomb.
Yeah.
Do we hear him run here? Let me hear. He stepped
Yeah. Yeah.
on metal. Could have been a run motion. He might be going to the right, so he's to the right side. This is just a waste of time. Viper has
I don't know
zero
what he's
chance.
doing.
It's just a waste of time. There's the long range fight that I expected. So
Yeah.
long range fight here or here, playing on screens makes sense for him to do that.
Oh, nice try. Nice
And he had his teleport up too, so yeah. Actually, we
Yep.
know he didn't even have his.
Well, if he regardless if he did or not, right?
Yeah.
So immediately, look at what we're dealing with now on money, right? We statistically should win this round. Our Jet does not know how to buy. What is going on?
I mean, our Jet was like, he was queuing the FFs and stuff. Like, he was pretty upset. So I think he's just kind of like, fuck it. I'm just gonna, I don't even know.
These guys are throwing your game right now. This is
it's my guys. It's chat. It's my teammates. It's my like. I'm stuck. I'm stuck in ascendant because it's my teammates. You know.
So I think the lesson that I want to pass on to everyone is that on the second round, you are either all forcing as a team to try to get that round win, or you are full saving, and the goal is to achieve a bare ass minimum. All right, you want to be able to get something going on, right? Maybe getting some frags on them. Maybe if you're on offense side, getting the bomb down, all that good stuff. There's some sort of bare ass minimum you're trying to get. All right. Now, in this case, someone decided to force while 3 people decided to eco. This is on you at this point. If you were that kind of person, this is on you. You all should be buying together, right? Because if you buy together in this round, it should be 5 people buying versus 2 people buying, and then 3 half buys. Statistically, you win this round. But because we now have 2 people that have bought on the last round who are throwing your game right now, we're going to have 3 people versus 2 and 3 half buys. They're statistically going to beat us financially. That means one of you guys who has these AKs have to pop off with 2 or 3 kills to be able to make up for the lack of play on these 2 players. Don't do this shit, guys. Plan your buys properly, and you will rank up easily on that alone. It's all about finances. You should win this round statistically because all 5 of you should be buying right now, and you should be absolutely running this half buy over right now. It's a really good angle that you do. I like this one.
Oh yeah. People never see it coming, but I think I get nailed pretty hard with a sheriff or something this round.
Isn't this round? It's the next round, but
okay.
Yeah. See, half buy.
Yeah.
Fuck this dumb game.
There's your buy from last round.
Yeah.
I've tried baiting for you, KO.
And guess what, KO? If you had an actual weapon, like if you bought properly, you probably wouldn't have died like that. But hey, you know what? What do I know? I'm just a fucking coach, right?
Yeah. So I see all 3 of them like rushing here.
Yeah. So remember what I said. In order for you to win this round, based on the finances, one of you has to multi-frag. Well, watch what you're about to do.
Oh yeah. Oh, I remember this.
Player standing. 1 enemy remaining. Stealing sight.
How many frags did you get there?
Alright,
I think 3. Yeah,
It's kind of like I can write this shit, right?
Yeah.
So you know what they need to do? They need to bow down to you at this point because you just saved their RR. Right? All of a sudden, now they're going to be on eco, and you guys have a chance to win this next round. You just won 2 rounds on that clutch. Won 2 rounds. Look at that. Look at the finances. Right? They might force here. It might be a shitty force, right? He might ult and then, they won't do it. They won't do it. There's not enough money, right? He should actually save. He should not ult here, but he probably will. He ulted. What an idiot. What an idiot. Anyways, he ulted. He's a Moran. Okay, they're gonna do.
He's like top fragging. He's like, yeah, I'm feeling myself. I gotta go for the ult play.
It's a total stupid move on his part, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe they do a double ult play and they force into this, which would be really dumb, but whatever. What do I know? I'm just a coach.
Yeah.
Okay. At any rate, I think that's what they do. They do a double ult, and then here's the thing, right? They have a weak buy. They have a weak buy. You should be taking your time with this fight.
Yep.
In fact, I almost like you not taking this fight at all and just taking a better, like a full body peek fight at this point instead of a head peek angle, because they're looking for headshots with their weaker guns, right?
Right. Oh my, we don't talk about those. I already got one. My god.
It's a tough fight. It's a tough fight to take, right? Which is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Probably a full body swing would be better for you. But yeah, so look, You know, this is a broken fucking buy here. If you win this round,
No
it's
fucking chance to see there.
it's messy. Well, they're gonna end up buying because they didn't buy anything else. But
Last player standing. Spike down.
here's the problem now too. He didn't buy, so now he has a vandal. So the finances are gonna be messed up because of this stuff.
Yeah.
Spike
Right.
planted.
It's double messed up.
Thrifty.
See, I complimented the Jet here for a nice shot, but I didn't realize that the KO actually nailed me with that crazy sheriff shot at first.
145
I'm,
shouldn't be allowed.
Typing in chat.
See, now if it's a full eco,
I'm
like,
so confused here. I'm so confused here what to do now with the eco. So I'm just like, all right, let's go hero rifle because I feel like if we lose this, I can still kind of buy next round still.
Unsure.
Do you think like the hero rifle play like makes sense, or should I
You're-
just have like saved more?
you're gonna be okay. So your first round loss is 1900. Your second round loss is 2400. I think. How much? Hang on, let me look. Let me double check that. Let me reconfirm that.
Okay.
Hang on. Let me go back to the buy menu so we can see.
I can.
Yeah, it's a good buy for you. This is an okay buy because you can afford it.
Mhm.
Yeah, your minimum next round is going to be 4100. So as long as you have 3900 in your next following round, you're fine.
Yeah, and
You're
I'm
fine to
Reyna, so
buy.
I can play with the light shield. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can still buy next round if I get rifle.
So that's fine. As long as you can still buy on the next gun round, you're fine. This is an okay buy.
Unsure.
I'm just gonna play then.
Our KO got a Ares though.
Yeah. KO's throwing, as we've identified before. KO's throwing, and
Yeah.
so is your Jet. Look, he bought two. He should not
Oh
be
my
buying at all.
god, yeah. Heavy shield. I didn't even realize, yeah.
But we can't control them. There are ways to diffusing people like this, but some people are just too far gone. They need to
Yeah.
go outside. I hate
Yeah.
to say touch grass, but they need to go
Yeah.
outside and do something else. Take a break. Right? The game should not be affecting you as much. We're supposed to be having fun, right? We're not getting paid to play yet. So let's have fun and enjoy the lessons that are being taught to us right now.
Hell.
You could have died there. Be very careful with your
Lobby, man. Lobby, man.
abilities
Yeah.
out. We don't have it cleared.
Oh, I think here. Oh my god. Okay, this round. I was like second guessing myself so much, and I was like, okay, I feel like they should rotate, right? Because they know there's 4 people on B site. So I'm like holding mid, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. And then they actually, oh my, okay, never mind. We'll see what happens. But
Yes.
I remember I was really frustrated at this round because I felt like I knew it, but I just was not confident in my call. So I should have been.
So that one moment there where you shot the trip, that's good. At very minimum, you want to do that because that makes them worried that you're flanking. I actually liked both you and Jet pushing up here, having them take first contact. So in this case, you break that. Now they know that you can be here. They're worried about that spot.
Yep.
And there's like 4 of them here, right?
Yep.
Okay. So they're now in what I call a suffocation. This is their area of play.
Okay.
Okay. They need to move up. And then when that happens, these 3 engage first. Whenever you're dealing with the flank, these 3 engage first. So now, yeah, Jet could have smoked. You're right, Dink. Jet could have smoked that trap, and you guys could have moved up. But regardless, we broke it, so that's fine. You break it, it has the effect of identifying that there's a potential flank, which immediately starts suffocating them. Suffocation is the process in which we limit the play space of the opposing team. Okay, so if you guys start flanking and just hold this position, and then then these guys take the first fight, that's when you guys can start moving up, right?
Yeah.
That's when you two can start moving up and double flank. Yeah, so Dink said he should have asked Jet if he had a smoke to smoke off the trip, and you double flank behind.
Yeah.
Very good point. Very good point.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm like cringing.
Yeah, so you did the team play, which was to group up with your team. Not wrong. It's okay.
Yeah.
But the opportunity was there to start a flank as well.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the flank, right? Even
Or
if they
like,
know that you're there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was like thinking as well, like I could have just held it there just because
I was thinking because at the time I remember really clearly I was thinking about like if I was the enemy team, what would I be like looking for? And like I know that they saw like 3 people on B site, and I know that they were like they heard like Jet and I stomping like through mid. Like we were like at the ramp place, and they knew the chamber trap was shot. So if I was them, I would have like so I don't know if this is the right call, but if I was the enemy team, I would have been like, okay, let's all push the 2 people. Like we'll take the fight with the 2 people on the flank because like we have numbers, and then maybe we can rotate off. So I was thinking I could just hold the flank there because they knew there were like 4 people going to be on B site. So that was my thought process. But I didn't
Did
do it.
they know that there's going to be 2 there, or did they know that there's 100% just 1?
Well, I feel like they probably should have known there was me and Jet because like we were both just like sprinting, and like we were sprinting like around like the ramp area at their spawn. So I feel like they probably could have heard 2 footsteps, but
Okay.
I could be overthinking it. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think for sure they have to assume, you know, they're under a big stress right now, so they probably didn't hear 2. It's
Okay.
possible. It's possible.
Okay.
But I think they have to assume 1 for sure. They have to assume 1 for sure. I would smoke
Okay.
my teammate to bait me because they won't expect 2 people. So even Dink is a Radiant level player as well.
Okay.
Smoke and tell my teammate to bait me because they won't expect 2 people. So I would just bait for my teammate to get a multi-frag. Many things you can do to, yeah, 100%. Yes.
Okay.
So like, let's say for example, you in this situation,
Mhm.
let's say, you break the trip, so you've already broken it, right?
Yeah.
You run up and act like a flank, and then Jet just sits in a corner, and then all of a sudden everyone
Okay.
runs by him, and then it's a multi-frag. It's just like, Jet, sit here. You can ping the map, bait me for
Okay.
frags,
Okay.
and your Jet's gonna love you for that because guess what? Jet's fucking tilted already, right?
Yeah,
Jet's been
you're
tilted
right,
from the
you're
beginning.
right.
It's like, Jet, how can I make you better in this situation? I'm gonna make you better by you getting a 3K because I know you can
Okay.
do this. I'm putting my faith in you. I know you can do this.
Yeah. Okay, you're
Right?
right.
There's everyone is right. That's the thing,
Yeah.
man. Everyone is right. There's so many different options that you can play around with, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
and I like Dink's suggestion there for sure.
Okay.
That's a way
yeah,
that you
guys
can
are right.
diffuse Jet. That's a way you can diffuse Jet. All of a sudden, Jet's feeling good. He's feeling loved. Like his team wants him to do well. This is really good. Like this is all things
Yeah.
that you could do, right?
Yeah,
Right?
you're right.
So whenever you're dealing with a person who is tilting or anything like that, you need to start asking them, you know, what can I do to make this make your life easier? You know, or even ask yourself this, like, okay, he's off beat. You know, sometimes sacrificing yourself makes other people better and they feel better about it, and then all of a sudden everything's diffused, right?
Yep.
So that's another thought. It's a little bit more advanced. You got a lot to think about before you start dealing with that shit. So I wouldn't worry too much. It's just something that you can identify right away, right?
Okay. Sounds good.
As being a potential. I like that a lot. Everyone is in for a laugh at my barely plat gameplay. Hey, listen, everyone's got different levels of this game. All right, so my response here was to say, hold here. I love what you're doing. It's possible they have 1 coming up B main, and there could be 2 or 3 up tube, but regardless, if there's 3 up tube in the situation and they go into B, you have
good,
ground. Yeah, you have ground where they're not going to expect you at all. You have ground where they're not going to expect you at all. So here they are on tube.
Yeah.
I thought for sure you're going to get 1 on main here. Now, if there's 1 on main and he walks by you, what do you do?
I wait like for him to walk up a little bit more, see if there's anyone following him, and then pop him after, you know?
You could pop him, or you could fall. Here's what you could do, okay? You could follow him right into the bomb site.
Yeah.
You follow him right into the bomb site and line up like 2 or 3 and just win it. And then your TikTok will blow up. You'll become an influencer. You'll get sponsors. Everything's going to be great. Prod's going to
my.
be wishing that he was you.
Oh my.
There's lots of different things you can do there.
Yeah, you're right. I could have started a career with this play, but
with this
you know.
one move, if
exactly.
one of these players just went up B main right now, this could have been the start of your career, right?
Oh, damn it. Yeah, the butterfly effect. You're right. But no one did.
No, unfortunately, but there is a universe out there where it did happen. There is,
Yeah,
if
exactly.
we could visualize that, it did happen at some point. All right, so
Exactly.
remember back in pistol round where we hung our Viper out to dry by being too far up. Okay.
Yeah.
Jet is tilted. What is Jet doing right now?
I mean, I guess he's look, okay, if I were to interpret the most charitable way I could possibly interpret it is like maybe he's like waiting in like nest, he's waiting for some people to like run like through belt and stuff, no one checks him, and bam, he pops 3 of them, you know what I mean? But he's like looking at it though, so like that's weird. But
He's not in nest. He's in jail right now.
Oh, he's in
You can see
he's in jail?
his
Okay,
vision cone,
okay.
right? Jet is trying his best to get you to lose this game.
Okay.
Jet is doing his best to get you to lose this game. He is out of position. This is round 1 where you learn this, right?
Yeah.
He's out of position right now. There is 18 seconds left on this clock.
It's gotta be A. It's gotta
He
be
is.
A.
It's gotta be A, and
Yeah.
he is doing his darndest to throw this game for you right now. All he has to do, guess what? He is anchor right now, and what do anchors need to do? Just like lurks, what do they got? They got to exist.
Yeah.
Guess what happens?
He dies. He stops existing.
And look where your team is. This is a massive fuck you. This is a massive fuck you, right?
Yeah.
3v3. They're about to get the bomb down, and you guys are in butt fuck nowhere, ready to take this fight.
Mm-hmm.
No way?
No way.
No way? He says no way? You should not have been there. Why were you there?
Wait, do you
Boosy
think
Goosey Kwan.
But how about this? What if he's like in jail but like tucked really deep in that corner? Like people never check that, right? Like maybe
Fuck
that way.
no. Get the fuck back here.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of there. 15
Okay.
seconds on the clock. You play the bomb timer. You kill the bomber. All of a sudden they can't plant. Oh my god, we won the round.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
You don't even have to
that's
kill the
bad,
other guys.
That's bad.
Right?
Can't defend that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and of all people, Coletti's the one who does it too. I feel like that's like narratively like perfect, you know?
Yeah, it's like as George Lucas says, it's poetry. It rhymes. You know? It's poetry. Just
Yeah.
like a pistol round, we're gonna lose this round the same way. It's poetry. It rhymes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is now on you to win this round because of Jet's charitable play to give you a chance for a TikTok clip.
Yeah.
You must walk from here on in. You must walk, and they must not know you're there because you're going to multi-frag, late frag, and win. These two must take contact first, okay? The group must always take contact first.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Sorry, Alexi, I'll be right with you. We're almost done. You ran. He hears you. You ran, and you dead.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, you're right. I was like, I think like at that point I was like stressed. I was kind of panicked. I was like, okay, I need to get to my team because my team is not gonna wait for me. And I was like, all right, we need to push this together, or else I'm just gonna be like here taking a 1v3. So I tried to push, but
Just
yeah.
communicate. I got flank. Can you give me a
Okay.
distraction? Got flank. Exist. I'm flanking. I'm almost there. I'm on belt. 1, 2. Go.
okay, you're right.
Alright.
You're right.
So this is a calm thing.
Coletti's turning on. Yeah.
Yeah, Clutty, you're feeding Clutty now. Clutty's feeling good. Clutty's having his regular game. You know, he's not having a great game, but he's having his regular game. He's like, yeah, okay, I'm back, baby. See, I told you guys. I'm fucking nutty. Right? That's how
Yeah.
they're feeling. All right, and that is pretty much it. Those are pretty much the big notes that I had for you. So,
Okay.
what are your top takeaways from today, Tyler?
So my top takeaways, I think, firstly, is just to obviously be aware of so be aware of like my position in relation to my teammates, especially. This is the takeaway that I had from like me being in a position on like that pistol round. I feel like if I played around my Viper a bit more, or at least been more communicative with how we should position ourselves in that situation, it would have been a lot easier for us to close up that pistol round. I think the second thing as well is to pay much more attention to what information is being presented to me. So a lot of like the stuff that I'm reacting to is oftentimes going to be kind of like Well, like I perceive it as insignificant, but it really isn't. So, for example, I never really thought that deeply about which direction the KO knife's coming from and like what that means for his positioning and stuff like that. So I don't react as quickly as I probably should to information that's given to me at like the very beginning of the round. I think those are like my two biggest takeaways. Obviously, like there should be more, but yeah, I don't want to take up too much time.
No, that's fine. No, those are the things that it's all about, just identifying what it is that you want to take into your next match more than anything. So if there's anything else that you want to like say like one or two things, that would be great, and then we'll go on. And I'll say once again, you know, my takeaways for you, right, again, is the protocols that we went over. Keep the enemy in front of you, right? If the enemy can be beside you and you have to flick 180 degrees, you are out of position, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Your rear and side view mirrors. That means you've got your rear view mirror, right? This is the information that's at the top of your screen, the most important information on the entire game, right? Is listed right through here. And then your side view mirrors are your kill feed right here, figuring out what's going on, and your mini map. Right, that's what you want to be having on. Your kill feed's important because we want to see, you know, who's fragging who and what's happening and all these things that pop up. It's a little bit easier for you to identify certain things. These are your side views, these are rear views. This is your front view windshield. I'm trying to say it's your windshield. All right, so that's good. Start thinking about, and this is going to take some time to figure out, but thinking about, you know, was that peak that I just did that I got killed on, was that advantage for him or advantage for me? You know, who was the disadvantage? If I'm the disadvantage, what do I need to do next time to make this fight easier for me, knowing that these are potential angles that I'm going to be fighting, right?
Okay.
And that's going to be trial and error. It's going to be how much punishment are you willing to take? You know, Rocky said it best. It's not about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you get hit and keep moving forward. Literally, that is the lesson for that one, right? Sometimes you got to get punished over and over again before you're like, okay, I'm done dying this way. How can I make it better for myself? Okay.
Yep, you're right.
Cool.
You're right.
And then the pre-round routine, the macro stuff, don't worry about too much. You need to start scrimming to really figure that stuff out. And a lot of it doesn't apply in ranked because it's a fucking shit show and people are just all over the place. The game's not even real. It's not even real Valorant in ranked. So
yeah, it does feel like a fever dream. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, even at like the higher ranks for sure.
Even the higher ranks, it doesn't make any sense. Like I sit there, like I'll watch a 10 stream, for example. I'm just like palming, like why the fuck is he there? You know, why the fuck are they there? It's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different game altogether. So when you're playing actual scrims, you start to love the game a lot more because it's like, oh, now it all makes sense, right? This flows this way for this reason, right? So yeah. So those things I don't worry too much about. It's those 4 things that I really want you focusing on and identifying in your own gameplay. That sound good?
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Tyler, thank you so much for your time. Everyone, round of applause for Tyler. Hopefully this thing works. Let me see applause. Oh, it works. Beautiful. It works. I don't know if you can hear that.
Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it.
Oh, you can hear it? Excellent. Great.
Yeah.
All right, sir. If you need anything, you can always reach out to me. Send me a message. Any questions that you have, feel free. Clap. There we go. Lexi, we're on in like 1 minute here, okay? So I'm going to hang up with him, and then we'll move on. Anything else? Anything you want to close on, Ty? Do you want to plug any of your socials in the chat?
Yeah, sure. Follow me on TikTok. It's Sergeant Buffmutt. So yeah, shoot me a follow. I appreciate that.
Awesome.
All right, sounds good. Maybe we'll talk sometime else. Thank you again.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for coming out and doing this live. Appreciate you very much.
For sure. See you later.
So yeah, for Ty, if you're still listening, I'm excited to see where this journey takes you. I'm with you in the game of Val as well as I am with you for the game of life. I'm rooting for you and best of luck to you. Feel free to reach out if you'd like to do another session at some point. All right, Lexi, I'm going to apologize right away because with your VOD, I haven't been able to go over it. So this is going to be live, which is an opportunity for all of us because you guys can see how I'm actually breaking things down as I'm watching it for the first time. Okay, I got to see a couple rounds